Dear Diary, this is part 3 of our KATE NASH tour diary from 2008. Pardon me, I'm getting a little sleepy. But I'm under all kinds of fucking deadlines, so I want to finish this motherfucker right now. I was telling you that you think touring the world and things like that is all glamour and wonder. Not necessarily true. With something, when it's a big operation like that, like KATE had like 15 people on her tour. They had to bring their own lighting designer, their own sound person, musicians, tour manager, road manager, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's like a military operation. There's really no freedom. The artists have no freedom. Everything is locked down for them. So they might go to New Orleans and they're like, all right, we're going to New Orleans. Well, you don't get to see New Orleans. There's no time. You might get half an hour, and there you go. Oh, there's an Arby's. It's really not as glamorous as you think it is. And so often, KATE's band were jealous of us because we got to goof off a lot more than they did. We were the opening act. Also, people don't realize this. Musicians don't make as much as you think they do. You think Lady Gaga's making millions of dollars. Wrong. Her tour, like they say, oh, highest grossing tour. U2 made $50 million this summer on tour. $50 million. Yeah, all right. Problem is their expenses were $51 million. Okay? If that tour looks like it's cheap, you're nuts. You see? I mean, Lady Gaga's is not making anywhere near the money you think. Even when you'd see, like, Michael Jackson and Metallica, they sold 30 million albums. Whoa, yeah. But the industry is crooked. If Metallica sells 30 million albums, and they're getting, let's see, a $16 CD, and they're getting, 20 cents per album. Now, it's better than nothing. But you have to understand, they're getting robbed by everybody. The label, the accountants, the distributors, everyone's ripping them off. Because most artists sign their contracts when they're 20 years old. And the system is designed to rob the artist because you can always get rid of Metallica. There's plenty more metal bands and other things coming along. Okay, there's an endless supply of young, attractive Britney Spears that you can milk and rip off. And they do. And they always do it. The Beatles got robbed of most of their money. Led Zeppelin was one of the few bands who didn't get robbed of everything. And even Led Zeppelin got robbed by their label and lots of other people. So please keep that in mind and protect yourselves. So, and there was one other point I wanted to make about that subject. Metallica and Michael Jackson and Led Zeppelin. I think the highest royalty rate anyone got, like when Michael Jackson and when Metallica finally renegotiated their contract and they were one of the biggest bands on earth. For like a $16 CD, they were getting like $1. Now compare that to what the label was getting. So it's so expensive to tour, especially in America. Holy fuck, you're not making fucking much money. Remember Pink Floyd, when they were the biggest act on earth, Pink Floyd, 1979, they lost money on their tour for The Wall. Okay? Lots of people lose money. But it's partially considered to be a promotional. Well, I'm yammering on. Let's get back to my girlfriend, KATE NASH. That's my problem. I'm just so helpful, trying to help others and inform the public, spread the wisdom, spread knowledge to crush the ignorance. But it's futile. So anyhow, let's see. Let me tell you some good stories about KATE. Oh, so anyhow, like about 5 shows into the tour, we were like maybe around D.C. perhaps or something like that. And at that point, I was like, whatever it takes, I have got to try and date KATE NASH. This girl, even though she lives 3,000 miles away from me, she is a fucking work of art. Oh my God. Oh, also, every night after the shows, she and I were always the 2 loudest drunks in the room. She's very gregarious. She's fearless. She's fun. She's everything. And I'm pretty gregarious, too. Get me drunk, I'm even more out of control. I'm probably going to grab your crotch, male or female. Actually, I never grabbed Kate or any of her band. But there was two problems. One, I was like, this girl is the girl of my dreams. Holy fuck! And I don't really like that many females. Most of them underwhelm me. So it was crazy. And but then I was like, shit, I'm kind of just like the backup singer for the Trachtenbergs and blah, 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 and their opening act and some of these. Da, da. So that could be really bad if I was to try and hit on her and stuff, and it weirds her out. That's really not cool. It really could fuck up everybody. So there was that real rock in a hard place. And I never got the impression that Kate particularly had any attraction to me. So that didn't help. I'm not sure if her is type. But then, around DC or whatever, her boyfriend from Britain came to visit on the tour, to jump on a few dates, hop in the tour van, see his girlfriend. His name's Ryan. He's a real sweet kid. He's in the Cribs, who are okay, but I don't think they're great. Not my cup of soup. But he's a real sweet guy. And he's not right for her. I don't think they're, and other people have said that too. I don't think they've been together like 5 years or something now, or whatever, but I don't think they're right for each other. You know how that happens? And Kate and I, oh my God, we were always the two biggest maniacs at every show. I won't say she's a female me, because that's not really accurate, but she's the kind of girl I'd marry immediately. And so, even her family's awesome. Her sister Helen was fucking awesome. That's not that interesting. Let me try and get back to stuff that you, the listener, might want to know. Kate Nash, fucking amazing. But then her boyfriend, Ryan, stayed on the whole rest of the fucking tour. Shit. Because I would have totally, I said to myself, well, if I have to wait, I'll wait till like the last 2 dates. That way, even if I completely upset her by hitting on her or whatever, and she's uncomfortable, there's only 1 more day left, or 2 dates, and then she's back to Britain. No harm done. And then if they ever tour with her again, she can simply say, I don't want touching you coming, because he creeped me out when he kept telling me he loved me. Or when he wrote the song about me. So, it was worth it. There was no way I was going to let this girl go. Fucking girl of my dreams. But he fucking stayed on the whole tour. Anyhow, I did do some crazy shit later, which I'll get to in a moment. A couple more examples of how Kate Nash is one of the most wonderful people of all time. Example. Again, on this tour, I had been run over by a van. The van turned on my foot, ripped the flesh. My foot was a huge purple fucking mess. I had to unwrap it every few days. Fucking, all right, that's not that interesting. I had to, let's put it this way, though. My body was fucked. One of my feet was fucking demolished. But I'm pretty hardcore. But she would always fucking make sure to give me a fucking free bottle of booze or whatever. It's like, give that to touching you to fucking kill the pain. It was painful shit. And just a beautiful person. Oh my God. All right. I'm getting a little heartbroken. A little misty. In Boston, here's another example. That's something that most people would never do. In Boston, we had, our dressing room was a curtain. It was like a part of a lobby, the corner of the lobby with a curtain blocking it. That was the dressing room. All right, now, I'm not picky, but Kate saw it and went, oh my God, you've got to come and share our dressing room. And then she had us all share her big dressing room with her band stuff. They were just all, it was just fucking some of the best people of my lifetime. I was so sad when that tour ended. That's another reason why touring sucks. It's like you're in this bubble of heaven, and I was with all these wonderful people every night, and it was just heaven. And then that bubble is going to burst. No matter what, that bubble is going to burst. I'm sure that's what working on movies is like, too. It always ends in heartbreak. So, what are some other examples of wonderful things she did? Well, let me jump around. The last show was in L.A., Los Angeles, packed Henry Fonda Theater. Now that was interesting because it was that's L.A., so it's all a lot of industry there. And me, Tammy, and Rachel were sitting in the front watching her set, Kate's set, after we had all performed. And this is an example of how superhuman Kate is, and she's better than almost any person on the planet. Between the stage and the audience, they have a fucking barrier, and there's like a little fucking moat. Sometimes you'll have photographers in there and big bouncers. Well, since we were part of the show and etc., we were sitting in that section. And then after like her third song, the security guys are like, "You guys can't sit here." And Kate is in the middle of a song in front of 1,200 people in Los Angeles. She had just done the Leno show. She's got people from her label, all kinds of industry people watching her. And she interrupts the song, stops her band, and says, "Oh, that's my friend Rachel. That's my friend Rachel. She can sit there if she wants to." She interrupts the entire show to yell at the bouncers to leave us alone. Very few artists would do that. It was magnificent. Kate is just the greatest person ever. Oh, that was a show in L.A. where she gave me a piggyback ride. Luckily, I got a photograph of it because some of her fans didn't believe me. Also, like at the end of shows too, it'd be great. Most cities, I'd be wandering around because I didn't have any obligations after the show, after we had packed. And I'd be wandering around, though, and people would be like, there'd always be fans waiting outside, and they'd be like, "Is Kate there?" And I said, "Let me ask her. I'll go get her." And I'd go in, and Kate would be getting drunk and everybody and goofing off. But then I'd say, "Kate, got a bunch of fans outside in the alley over there." And Kate would always say, "Oh, all right." And Kate would always go out to say hi to them and chat with them and sign their stuff and stuff. Kate is just the most wonderful fucking person ever. And I'll never get over the fact that her and I are not married, having children. As far as hitting on her, I'll try and think of some other stories. There's a lot, but my brain is, this is fucking, I'm talking about 3 years ago. And, this is even worse. Check this out. Let me digress for a moment. Rachel has a new band, Super Cute, who I named and helped a lot with a lot of the stuff. And they toured America with Kate in her last tour here. And they toured Europe with Kate last summer as well. And Rachel mentioned that she was going to be in a band with me called the Munchies. And then Julie of Super Cute was like, "I want to be in the Munchies." And then Kate said, "I want to be in the Munchies. I want to be in the Munchies." Because Kate really doesn't want, that's another thing that sucks about being a superstar. You have to sing the same fucking songs 1,000,000 times. You don't have any freedom. And Kate is not the kind of person who wants to do the same songs every day, every night, because she's real smart and she's really adventurous. And it's like, right? People become musicians because they don't want a day job working at McDonald's. But when you're doing the same thing every night after night, it's a fucking day job. You might as well work at McDonald's. It's not that different. So Kate wants to do a bunch of other different bands and stuff. But she has to be in my band, the Munchies. But I'll believe that when I see it. And I don't think that's going to happen now anyhow because I am mad at Super Cute for stabbing me in the back numerous times. Fuck, I don't want to have to do, it's 14 minutes. Fuck, don't make me do a part 4. Fuck. There's a few more things I want to tell you about how I actually ended up kind of hitting on Kate. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Don't make me do it. I got a lot of work to do. Fuck, it's 2 a.m. Oh, shit. I have to work in the morning. Fuck. I'm making this diary in lovely Manhattan. Just kidding. Manhattan is a cesspool. We like to call it the world's most expensive ghetto. For those of you who think, I want to move to New York City. It's glamorous. Don't. Do not move to New York City. Unless, of course, you like to be burglarized and mugged. And you like to pay expensive fees for everything. For nothing. It's the most expensive ghetto on earth. Fuck. End of part 3.